Now I've created my first scene. I'm quite happy with working with the layers here and the timeline on this, but at some point I want to move on to another scene. For example, when I'm doing a hotel system, this is going to be my home opening to the hotel, then I'm going to navigate off to look at rooms or to look at the leisure facilities or restaurant facilities or other. So what I'm now going to do, at the moment my drop down box only gives me one scene. So I'm going to look at the Windows scene panel, and you can see on here that I can add scenes, I can duplicate scenes as well if I like the design of this. So I could duplicate a scene, so maybe I will duplicate the scene and I'll call this rooms, or I could call it S2. Whatever you call it, just stick with a convention that you use, but don't put any spaces in there. It's best not to, although it still works with it. So I'm going to call that one home. I'm going to call that one rooms, and then you can add further scenes, or you can delete scenes. Okay, it gives you a warning before you do so. So I'll stick with 2 scenes just for now. If I go to the clapperboard now, then you can see I've got home, but I've also got rooms. So I'll just call this, because I put a text box at the top. So I'll put that, let's use some words there. Second scene, and I'll call it rooms. There we are. So going to the top now, home has first scene, home and rooms. Now if I run this, at the moment, it's not much of an animation, so it's skipping between the two. So let's run this. Let's give it some slides here on the timeline. Let's give it some frames here on timeline. So I'll give it insert keyframe on. In fact, I'll just insert frame because nothing's going to happen. If I wanted some animation to happen, obviously you work with keyframes as you've done previously. And then I'm going to go to rooms, and on its timeline, I'm going to give that 30 seconds. Also insert frame. Here we are. Okay. So now when I go back to home, let's go control and test. Now you'll see for a second you have the first scene, but it goes linearly straight through into the second scene.